This is grape juice. It's grape juice. It's just grape juice. This is grape juice, YouTube. I promise you this is grape juice. This is grape juice. Yeah, that grape juice good. All right, let's go. What is good? Best in the world, best in the fucking planet, man. No. We're not looking at this. The thing, all right. I'm gonna tell you the errors I made today. No, you good, bro. Look, first of all, we gonna talk about the errors, but let us talk about the winners first. Y'all know y'all like the winners first, baby. Sure, baby, sure, swam. So as you can see, like I said, I like to break this down. I like to break it down nice, simple, smooth, and sweet. As you can see, as you see my previous Jones, I buy until the trend breaks. So as you can see, this broke higher highs. This was the low. And then there is a indicator that shows you this is the low, this is the high. Look what price did. It broke out. As you can see, many people is not as smart as me in this market. So they said, hey, it's a buy, it's still a buy. But granted, it can still be a buy because there's things called fake outs. We're not going to get too deep into that, but it's the fact it keeps going down. So what happened was I was continue to sell. People told me to buy. I don't want to buy. Why? Because it broke this low. As you can see, it made a new low. I sold here. What? Well, bam, I won. I sold here. What happened? I didn't lose, but I went break even because I know price wasn't pushing down no more. It's just knowing the markets. I know it like I just know her. I know what she wants to do. The markets, I just know what she wants to do. So I entered this on Monday. I entered this on Monday. I was up a pretty penny. Me and my brother, you know, he in the trading zone too. We was talking about this. He was like, man, just keep holding. He's like, either you just gonna go break even or you're gonna hit that joint. So I'm like, okay, cool. I wake up. It's about 6 o'clock. I ain't gonna lie. I check. You know, I always check them charts. It's like if I check my phone, it's gonna be them charts. I look at the charts. I was like, ooh, that don't looking good. And now I'm holding a little bit. Like I said, I always tell people take a little bit. I take 80% out, and then it's running in profits. So what I want price to do is at least come. I feel like price can't come somewhere down here. Like it can be being greedy, but I took out 80% profit. So imagine if it comes. Look. So imagine if it comes like right here. That 80% I took out is the same. It's gonna be like the same percentage money I made from taking out here. So it's like I made double. So like say I took out here, I made what $700, and then I take out from here, I make another 700. But it is moving at a more space, so I make 1,400 instead of $900 just because I'm holding on to a pair. I know guaranteed it's going to keep dropping. Like I said, market structure. It goes up, goes down. You see the higher lows, the pivot highs and pivot lows. You see how it broke out of this one. Now it's a low because on a higher time frame. That's why the market is it's easy. So it's like Once it breaks structure, look, this is why I kept buying. Where is it breaking structure at? This was the low, this is the high. Even if it goes lower than here, it's not breaking here. Once it breaks a new high, like right here, boom, it broke a new high. This is the low now. It's still not breaking here. Like, okay, so like this is the, you see it's not breaking here. Once it broke here, this is the high. This is the low because that was the lowest point of the market before it broke out. So you could have marked it here, right here. This is the low, this is the high. Never broke out. So we still looking for buys. No matter how much it drops, as long as it don't drop below here, you want to buy. So I buy and it works. Boom. And I did buy something around here, just not showing at this particular moment. And now look, it broke. This was a new high. I mean, this was the low before it broke this high. Boom. This gold line is from the daily, so I don't want to talk about that. So as it broke from this low, now we like, okay, hey, Savon, the market look like it's in a sell because we are on a higher time frame. So most people telling me buy. I don't listen to most people. I just do what the market is telling me to do. My baby she want her foot rub like this. That's what I gotta listen to. I gotta listen to what her demands is, and all I'm gonna do is follow right behind her. So basically, it's telling me sales. And granted, what really told me sales is because this could have been a fake out and just go all the way back up. But the fact that it did this and it hit here and then came back up, I knew it was sales. So granted, it was like, man, just buy. I wouldn't feel comfortable buying. So what? I don't feel comfortable buying. So as long as it doesn't break here, don't go above here, like basically here, I want to keep selling. So look, I could have sold right here, sold to always look. Like I said, price every time it breaks here, price always goes here. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? Every time it comes here, look, what bam. Every time it comes here, what bam. It came here. I was like, dang, it didn't hit my TP, but look what it happened. What bam. It's simple. So that's what we seen for GJ. We holding on. And in all honesty, we're waiting to come in GJ for another sell opportunity. So another sell opportunity is look. So we making new lows. So what we have to do is this. We have to keep marking price. So can you tell me what the new low is if you listening? You know where the new high is at right here now. But this is the higher time frame, and this is where the highest point was at before it broke out. Where here, the lowest point. So what we're gonna do is get our golden bar. Oh, hold on. We're gonna get our golden bar, put it right here, and anything above from below here, from here, goes. It's always gonna go here. So let's move this up. It's always gonna go here 85% of the time. 85%. 85% of the time. So say price comes all the way up here. As long as it doesn't break this spot exactly right here. So say if it doesn't break here, you can find you're gonna go on a smaller time frame. Find like you see how it's making lower low. Like look, lower low, higher high, lower low, higher high. Like it's higher low, lower low, higher low, lower low. What? It's not breaking this. It's not breaking it. Look, it's not breaking this. So why did I enter? Because it's not breaking this. It's selling. It comes down. It comes up. You see how it came up? It came up. Look. No, I really bought right here. So look, sell, buy. I'm making sure price doesn't break here. Make sure price doesn't break here. And look, you see this empty candle, empty space where market has to come in. So it bursts through here and it bursts back down. Once it bursts back down, hey, I'm gonna put my stop loss here, right here, and then it's gonna go. Look, it's never even coming back to it because it's in such a downtrend. And then all you want to do is hold. So basically, now all we looking for now is we're not looking for what we was doing previously from here to here. We're looking from letting price come back up here. If price don't want to break up here, if price comes back above here, it's an uptrend. But if price keep making lower lows and lower highs, I am bound to sell. So I want price to come back up here. So like if price come above here, this yellow bar, and it has to make a lower high. So what I mean by a lower high is price has to come up. Like let me delete this. Let me delete this. So this is what you want price to do. It's not gonna be the prettiest, but this is what you want price to do. Come above this yellow. It's going up. Break structure. You see how it breaks? Comes down, and then break structure. Comes down. You want to see price do this. Comes down somewhere around here. You want to sell to here, and what I say, guaranteed price will always come to here, and then this is what you will enter off rip, and that's just how the market works. You just wait for your entries. All right, so that's it for GJ. I love GJ. Kiss it, kiss it. You did good, baby. Let's go and move on to the next pair. 30, 30, 30. US 30. Beautiful 30. Beautiful 30. Now you're looking at this. Like I said, sometimes I wish y'all could explain it. Because look, anything from here, what I tell you, it goes, anything you see this blue bar in, just get that, just put the TP right there. That's it. And just be patient, baby. Just be patient. You see, is we're in the uptrend. Look at the higher time frame. Higher time frame, all we do is wait for retracement. You wait for retracement, and then you just execute. You always execute, baby. You execute. So 4 hour, you see how I look. It was downtrend. You see how it was a downtrend. We were selling with it. It breaks out of this downtrend. You see how the market manipulates and move. I ain't mean to say manipulate. That was the wrong word. So you see how it broke out of this high, boom. So anything, every time it goes above this, it goes at least here. So boom, comes here, boom. Comes here, boom. Really, this is, I'm not gonna be honest, it really comes to here, in all honesty, because once it broke out of here, it comes here. So look, comes here, 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 comes here. Why I say this? Because this is the first breakout. Granted, you do want price to come here, but you don't know if it's gonna come here. This is guaranteed. So what I will do is either take profits from here and hold, or you could just go break even. So like if I enter from here, which is not showing, if you enter from here, once it hit here, close out at break even. Close out. Close out. And I'm gonna tell the honest truth, I didn't enter this one. I just wanted to show y'all live. Granted, I could have entered that one because it was a clean, it was let me see. Because look, like I said, higher high, lower low, it breaks out here. You're thinking about entering. Oh, I did lose. I lost this one. Because look, I entered here. I lost this one. I ain't gonna lie. Lost this one. Put the stop loss here. But I see why I lost this one, because it already hit its TP, to be in all honesty. Look, it already hit its TP. Low key. I should have closed out at break even. I should have. It went up to here, and then it smacked all the way back down. It went to here, and I was thinking of right here. So I lost this one, as you can see. And then look. And then I could have entered again right here, but price never kind of came back. Unless, let's see. It had to break this right here. So once it broke that, we was waiting for price to come somewhere around here. And then once it broke here, and that's the low, never came back down in this area, so we couldn't even enter and then accumulate. So that's all we is for 30. Gold really you can't really do nothing. You might have to go on a smaller time frame because gold is just at that point. Gold is just at that point. You just want to keep going up. Like look, like granted, where can you had enter gold? I'll show you. Higher high breaks out of this, comes here, comes here. Probably never enter this one. At most, right here. At most, right here. See a lot of wickage going on. Close it out right here. CP. Right here. Nice and 2.2 R. Where you would have been at right now. This is what I would have entered. So as you can see, I'm a god. I just showed you I lost this joint. I lost. Granted, and I lost only because I was being greedy. I should have closed break even here and just stopped trading. This one. I didn't even lose this one. I went break even on it. But like I said, I'm being greedy on this one too. Why? Because this is the real stop. This is the real stop loss because this is the super low. Even if I enter from here, look, check this out. Even if I enter from here, I still would have been up right now. Would have been up. I would have been up. And you probably could have re-entered. Because look. Comes up, break this, comes up, comes back down here, comes back down here. Granted, you probably would have lost though. I probably would have entered something like that. Yeah, depending. It might have would have lost, but I would have entered these two right here. Perfect setups. Like this was a perfect, but the only way I closed out early on this one today because I made this the stop loss. I made it like this. And I'm like, man, it came down here, it came up. And I'm like, granted, I don't want to make the stop loss longer, so I'm just gonna clear it out. If I made the stop loss up to here, like right here, I probably would have held because look, it came down here and it's probably what the market is telling me it doesn't want to break. So look, it wants to go here. So I'm just the smartest in the world at this shit. And then those are all the pairs I could look at. If my stock friends was here, we'd look at some stocks for about 20 minutes. But yeah, right now we're just waiting on the results, man. So we're gonna delete this. And if there's anything, I know you probably cleaning and stuff. Anything you want me to explain, I could explain. But my stock friends not in here. They got a busy week. I ain't tripping, but they always support me. They always support. So, man, shout out to them, man, and shout out to you if you watching. You is watching probably cleaner, but anything I really could explain, they usually get me like the back of my hand. We can even still look at stocks. Like I can see I be drawing up stock plays and it always wins. Why? Because I'm a fucking gold. Like look at this. Like Nvidia goes up. Like look what I wrote for Tesla. Someone tried to tell me Tesla was fucking losing. Look what I did for Tesla. Look, man, look at this shit. Look. I drew this fucking a month ago. I drew this in July. I never deleted. I drew this in July. Nah, I feel you, bro. I drew this in July, bro. I said, bro, just hold on to this. Like, imagine, bro, look how much points this is from 300 to 510. And you get times 100. Needless do I say more. You probably would have been on almost 8,000%. Like I said, I'm a GOAT at this, bro. Apple. We could look at Apple. Apple, I didn't never draw nothing out for that, but Apple always goes up. Amazon. Look what I drew for Amazon. Look. Just look. Look. Look at this. No, I'd rather go slide to the best in the world. Look at this, bro. I'm drawing this out 2 months before advance, and it keeps winning. I'm telling people I'm smart. I'm good, bro. That's when I started making money. When I did long-term swing trades and hold for a long time. You know Walmart is going. Like look at Walmart, Dane. We could look at, matter of fact, you're right. You're right. Let's slide to Walmart. You're right. Let's slide to Walmart. You're right. You want to slide to Walmart? Let's slide to fucking Walmart. I can draw this up right now. And we could come back to it. You want to slide to Walmart? Let's slide to Walmart. I can show you how to draw this. I can show you how to draw this. Let's watch this. Watch this. Clone. Higher high, lower low. What was the previous high? Go to the previous high. We're gonna delete it. Previous high. I'm telling you, this works. So I'm on Hanker Trade, I'm on a prop firm broker, and I'm on Robinhood. So Hanker Trade, prop firm. So look up Hanker Trade. That's a kind of like a Forex type broker. Robinhood. And I'm on a prop firm, E8 prop firm, E8 Markets prop firm. So let's just mark everything out though. I'm gonna show people how to trade the market. It's not hard. It's not hard. People confuse it. I don't know why. I used to be one of those people. Damn. What did I say? What did I say? If I knew about Walmart, didn't I tell you it's not breaking lows? Look, let's be smart. Let's be smart. Anything above here is going to the previous high if it doesn't break fucking lows. So look, check this out. This is the low. Let's make this the low. All right. Then we broke previous high. It broke previous high. This is the new high. So we're from previous high to the new high, and it doesn't break the low. Break the low. Well, this is the low, kind of. So this is the new low, because this is where market was at its lowest points before. Market was at here before its lowest point. So this is the lowest point. You see, this is the lowest point. It breaks here. Market didn't break here. So we're still in an uptrend. So anything above this area will come to here. So granted, you can even, so I'm so good at the fucking market, I can find something. Watch this. So granted, it breaks this high. This is the high. I'm not telling you. This is the high right here. Boom. It breaks this high. It comes down. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Where do we enter right here? Boom. Boom. We enter right here. Make it clear because that's my entry points, consolidation days. Boom. You enter here. You enter it right here. You close out right here because you don't really want to make your stop loss that long. And you take your profit right here. And what does it do? It goes straight to it. And that's how I trade. It's simple. And if I lose, like I lost US 30 today, because that's a fuck up I did, and I didn't read the market. I'm just rushing, and I didn't read it all the way. I'm like, okay, it went to the previous high. I just didn't take out. I was being greedy and lost. But look, I'm in Nas. I won the Nas. I won the GJ. I won the gold. I keep winning, and I'm keep winning. I'm about to buy a house in Chesapeake with some fucking land. Business is coming, bro. I might be on my grown man shit. Let's like this is Walmart. Set it up. What else you want me to set up? Like, look at this, man. What else? What else you want to look at? Well, just give me a company. Give me any company, and we could look at it. I'm gonna break it down. Just give me empty, please. Just give me any company, please, man. Please, man. Just give me any company, please. Did you give me it if it doesn't, bro? Yeah, basically. Yeah, it usually always does. So look at it on a higher time frame. Let it break structure on a lower time frame. It has to break structure. Okay, so yeah, fact. If it doesn't break previous low, it's going to pass the higher side. Yes, but to enter, you said it perfect. You said it perfect. So look, we're on a 4 hour. Doesn't break. It doesn't break highs. 4 hour. Boom. It breaks the highs. If it doesn't break here, you can find something on a smaller time frame. Look, then you go on a smaller time frame. This was the low. This was the high. It broke this. It retraced. You see an empty candle. You enter from the empty candle and you go. Simple. So okay. So structure, like how I mark out the market, is on a 4 hour time frame. You can say daily 4 hour. I'm not gonna confuse you. I'm not going to confuse you at all. I'm not going to say, look at the higher time frame, look at the daily week. No, you can just look at the 4 hour. Granted, you want to like, no. Just look at the 4 hour because that's what I do. Exactly what I do. I love the 4 hour. 4 hour is that's my baby. I love her. I can't do nothing without the 4 hour in this. This is why I mark up everything on the 4 hour. Granted, where I enter at is 15 minutes or 5 minutes. And then I'm holding because on a 5 minute, you want to see market like this was the low. On like you gotta remember, this is why I mark it out. Look, this is the low, this is the high, this is the low. It didn't break it, right? So on a 5 minute, you see this is the high, this is the low. Once it break this, now it's telling me, oh, it wants to push up. So I get the retracement up. And when I enter from here, granted, look how much confirmations. It's just showing me so much confirmations because from here to here, it goes to here. From this empty candle, it breaks here and it doesn't want to go back down. And I can enter from here. Granted, even so, this is a B plus setup because if it came here, like say if it broke out of here and came down here, and then you can and it doesn't want to break below here, the lowest of the low, you enter. But you can enter multiple spots. So I enter from 15 minutes because 15 minutes you can still enter from the 15 minute. You can still enter from the 15 minute. I enter 5:15 and I really just do it 4 hour. I don't really like I just love the 4 hour. There's nothing I would take away from the 4 hour. 4 hour is my best friend. I love the 4 hour. 4 hour, I can't do nothing without it. I would just always I just always fucking do that 4 hour shit, man. I ain't mean to curse, but yeah, I just always do that 4 hour. Give me another. Like, is it? You can see this with any pair, bro. You said Walmart. Like, you can just do this with anything, bro. And then most of the time, any stock goes up. So if you just a dumbass, just buy the stock and it's just gonna go up. Doesn't matter. Matter. It will. It goes up. Goes up. Look, it broke out, broke out to here. What does it do? Come here. Granted, like I said, it doesn't do it all the time. Came here, does it come, doesn't break. Then it comes back down, comes here, then it go back down. Yeah. United, good stock, good stock. I remember I heard about this. I had a friend tell me about this stock. Granted, it's going crazy right now. It's breaking highs. It's breaking highs. I know this is a stock you probably look. Is that all hot time highs right now? All time highs. But I tell people about all time highs. I don't trade all time highs because I already missed my opportunity. Granted, you want me to tell you where you enter at? I could tell you. Look, it's gonna come back down. So this is what I'll do. So this is where I would have entered. High. Clone. Ah, fuck. Clone this. Oh my gosh, bro. Oh, come on. Come on. Right here. But it sells. Okay, so this is where market was at previous. Let's just mark up this. So clone. So it was in a sell position right now. Sells. Why? Because it oh my gosh. This is the high, this is the low, this is the high, this is the low. It broke this right here. I'm just trying to mark it. It's just taking so long, bro. I'm just trying to mark everything I can to a point where y'all can just get it. Oh my gosh, bro. High, clone, low, breaks here. That's another high again. Clone. Doesn't go below here. And then look. So anything above here? Anything above here? This is just this turns into at least right here. Doesn't matter. I don't care how much points it is. Everything from here to there, it goes up. So this is what we do. All right, 4 hour we analyze. You see how it just broke structure. Now we're looking for buys. So boom. They broke structure here. Let's look for buys. It comes down here. Stocks, it's empty gaps. It's like I don't want to teach too much at one time. But empty gaps get filled. It gets filled. I'm telling you, it's like my strategy. 80% of the time, gaps get filled. So most likely this will come down. It will come down. I don't know when, I don't know why, I don't know how, but it will come down and fill out this gap. Might not, might take a while, but it is going to fill out. And that's why stocks is a patient game. So it came down here. And y'all should have knew because it broke highs. So look how much confirmation it is. You just have to use confirmation. What did I say? Gaps fill. It's down here. It's not breaking here. Okay, boom. Boom. Let's try to find a let's just trying to find the thing. Granted, our lowest low was here, but let's just count this as our low because it is stocks. So once it breaks out of here, this was the high, this is the low. It breaks out of this high. Wait, breaks out of this high right here. This is when it breaks out. So what we do, we look for so this is where it breaks out at. Comes here. Where is the lowest low? 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 Right here. Boom. This is the lowest low. Look. Boom. I buy here. Smack the stop loss at the lowest low. TP. I don't know where the TP is at. If you want to make, look, TP can be all the way right here. Don't have to. But I'm telling you. It didn't hit TP either. But I'm telling you. Hold up. Where is the profit? Look. So comes here. It breaks out, comes here. Boom. Comes here, almost hit stop loss, comes up. But when it makes new higher highs, like look, okay, once it breaks out of here, boom, this is the high. This is the so previous low. What is the previous low? Where the previous low at? Right here. So we move this up. This is the previous high. And this is the previous high. This is the low. It makes a new high. Makes a new high before making a low. New low. Boom. Makes a new high. Once it breaks out of this, it looks like it doesn't want to break. Comes up, breaks out, comes up, and now it's just ranging. And then it goes up to here the most. So most likely I would have went break even because it comes up to here, comes here again, and then comes here. I know market patterns. It's like something you just repetitively see, but I don't want to confuse y'all. So granted, you probably could. Even so, that's not even. This is still a good. Like this is still good. This is a 2R. This is still a 2R. So granted, like if I was a beginner, I'd say take a 3R or 2R. Take anything until you understand the markets. Take anything that is given to you. I can do this on any pair. As long as this is a pair that consistently goes up. Like you said, you already know this pair goes up. You just told me about it. You know it's a growing company. If you know you believe in this company, right? Invest in it. Invest. It's a growing company. You knew it. Look. 2025, 400. Look how it just keep growing. Look. It just keep growing. It just keeps growing. No stock that's in the NASDAQ, and this is a NASDAQ stock, if you listening. No stock drops. It doesn't drop. It's in a NASDAQ stock. The NASDAQ stocks is the best stocks. They put the best stocks in one futures. You already know this, man. You already know this. Simple. Simple, bro. This is simple. Stocks goes up. NASDAQ stocks goes up. Man, that's all I gotta say, man. This is simple, bro. I love this, bro. I love it because even so, stock comes to everything. Because this is something you probably like. You probably could relate to. You like, oh, let me look up the stock. Hey, like, oh, yeah, even I probably my man's Lee. I talked to man's Lee. Hey, UPS, it's a dying company. How you know that? Bet. Let's look at the week. When I told them this, it was dying. Look how UPS is just dropping. Like UPS is just dropping. If it go below here, it's over. It can probably go back up. But if it goes below here, it's over. I don't have no faith in UPS, but UPS is not something I would trade. But like I said, I was making bank off UPS just selling. It was no bad news, bad things, but look how UPS look. It's just continually go down, come up, go down. Like you see a pattern, right? You see uptrend. Look, higher high, lower low, 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 higher high. This is so beautiful. The market you dance with, she's smooth. She's smooth. She's telling you what she wants to do. You just have to come in a market and do what you need to do. Stop predicting. Stop thinking the market has to buy. It doesn't have to do anything. You just follow what the market gives you. That's it. If it's selling, sell with it. Don't be like, oh, it's been selling so long, I have to buy. Follow trend, you follow your friend. You 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 follow trend, you follow your friend. Simple. And that's all I do in these markets. That's all I do. Well, that's all I got for today. I did a little 40 minutes, man. Love, respect. Thanks for the follow. Thanks for the comments, man. Like if you're new, like, support the algorithm. We out of here.